So the fish have actually been doing really good. When I first put them in the tank, they were a little stressed out due to all the hectic shipping, moving around and everything. You could just imagine what they've been through because UPS, I wouldn't imagine them being too careful or too, easy with the package that the fish were in. So they were on a pretty hectic journey, and it was totally normal that they would be stressed out for the first couple of hours that I put them in the tank. So when I did put them in the tank, they would just sit at the bottom and not really move and just, constantly heavy breathe, just trying to get used to everything. But after about 2 hours, they started swimming around like normal, checking out everything, stirring up a lot of sediment from the bottom of the tank. They really did do some damage to the tank as far as the water quality, not the water parameters, but just how the water looks. They stirred up a lot of sediment from the ADA soil that was trapped in the soil, and that got into the water. But the wet dry filter took care of that pretty good. And all I did to maintain my filter pads, because as you can imagine they got clogged fairly quickly, was I just put them in my bathtub, connected. Since I live in an apartment, I don't have a hose connection or anything. I used my hose adapter, connected hose with a jet sprayer to my kitchen sink, and just sprayed them off with the jet, and the filter pads were good as new. And I've been doing that about I think I've been doing that about 3 times a day. So they do get clogged fairly quickly with all the sediment being stirred up in the water by the goldfish. But from what I'm seeing right now, everything looks pretty good, and it looks like a bunch of the sediment is pretty much out of the top layer of the soil, so I don't think I have to worry about that from now on, about them stirring anything up. But aside from that, they also did damage the baby tears quite extensively. They pretty much made the baby tears into their own little green salad. And I totally expected this. And like I said in the video that I made about the goldfish when I was ordering them and everything, I expected them to do some damage to the tank, especially the baby tears, because they're a lot smaller than the Liguidia in the background, which, by the way, they have not touched. They haven't damaged the Liguidia in any way. It looks the same. No leaves are missing or anything. Just the occasional leaves that fall off every now and then that are dead, so completely normal. But yeah, the baby tears did get really damaged, and I expected that. So here's what I was thinking, because I know that you guys wanted to see a carpet of baby tears in this tank, because that's what I told you guys I was going to be growing when I first started with the whole planted tank thing. I'm thinking about getting either a 5-gallon or 10-gallon tank and making that into a full planted tank, and carpet baby tears, nice plants in the background and everything. As I've told you guys in a couple of my other videos, I can't have another fish tank in this apartment. But if it's a tank that's like 5 gallons or 10 gallons, or even if I choose to go smaller than that, like a really small nano system, like a 2-gallon tank, I don't really think it would matter, because honestly, we have like 15 gallons of water in jugs sitting in our closet. So if we can have that, I'm pretty sure I can have a small cube box, glass box full with water. I don't think it would make that much of a difference. If I did get like another 50-gallon tank, okay, that would probably be, breaking the rules. But a small 5-gallon tank or 2-gallon tank or 10-gallon tank, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. So I want to get one of those, and I want to get a good lighting system. And obviously, since it's a smaller tank, the light will be able to be a lot closer to the baby tears, so they'll grow really, really fast. And I want to get a small tank with good lighting, and I already have a filter that I can use for it. It's a little tiny one, it doesn't need to be big. And I'm going to put the tetras in there also, and I'm going to use a heater so I can heat the water so the tetras can be in their normal environment. Because I mean, they can be comfortable in an environment like this. Well, not comfortable, but they can be okay in an environment like this where it's cold water. But they are tropical fish, and they do deserve a warmer climate inside their tank. So I'm going to be putting them in the other tank once I get it, so they can enjoy their life. And I mean, tetras are the perfect fish for a nano-planted tank because they're small and they look really cool. So I'm not 100% sure when I'll start that project, but It'll probably be sometime next month. Which, by the way, I just wanted to let anybody out there know that makes aquarium products or has a store or whatever. If you'd like to sponsor that project, just send me a message and we can work something out. Also, if you guys would like to send stuff in for review that would be able to be used on that tank, you can go ahead and message me. We can set something up and I'll give you a shout out to your channel or whatever for whatever you send in. It can be anything. I don't really care. I'm not asking for somebody to send in like a huge filter that costs $500. Anything you want. It could be a freaking plant. I don't care. But if you guys want to contribute to that project in any way, feel free to let me know. But I'm not asking you to. Nobody has to. Because I pretty much already have everything that I need. But, you know, it'd be cool to review some products and try some new things with the new projects. So, but anyways, back to the goldfish. So the goldfish have been eating really, really well. I've been feeding them about 5 to 6 pellets a day, which is a decent amount of food. I mean, I could feed them more, but I think that would be overfeeding. So I think they're fine for right now with what they're eating daily. And I'm also feeding them top fin pond fish food, I think it's called. And it has a good amount of protein in it, which, by the way, protein is very, very important for goldfish and koi and all, you know, fish from that family.